once a home for savage pirates, I traveled far from the city and into the heart of wild Coloane to discover a hidden gem that has escaped me for years. This was my adventure to the secret sea caves of Macau. On the outskirts of Macau lies the abandoned village of Coloane. Forgotten by most, it holds a dark history. Here's where I would begin my adventure, to find a natural wonder few have seen, in a landscape few have explored. Today, we are starting off our adventure in a very special place and a really hidden gem in Macau. This is the secret village of Coloane, and it was an old leper colony. Now luckily, no leprosy remains. However, what does remain is some really cool old Portuguese style buildings that have recently been restored. The reason why we're here in this really cool secret village on the outskirts of Macau is because today we're going to be going to explore a hidden gem that has escaped me for 2 years. I actually tried going to this place 2 years ago and, well, it didn't really end well, if I'm honest, and I never ended up getting there. And those are the sea caves of Macau. Coloane was once a major hub for pirates who terrorized fishermen along the coast of the Pearl River. Coloane was a base for pirates till 1910, when over 200 Portuguese troops stationed in Macau, backed by police and artillery, finally defeated them in a battle that lasted multiple days. Some say that this sea cave was used to hide boats and treasure taken by the pirates. It is known by locals as the Bat Cave, but other than that, this hidden natural wonder is surrounded by mystery, and there is little to nothing that can be found about it online. There's no clear route on how to get to these sea caves, but I think from this secret Coloane village we'll be able to kind of walk around the coast and eventually end up at the sea caves, and who knows what we'll find. To be honest, I have a bit of a mixed feeling about it being restored. I mean, obviously now it looks very beautiful, it's a very vibrant place, but before it was like in ruins and you could explore inside. It's very different now. It's sort of lost that old charm, however it's gained that new modern vibrancy, so it's just whatever you're into, I suppose. However, there is still some remnants of how it once was. It's cool that they're doing it up and they want to make it more of a tourist attraction. For me personally, obviously as someone who enjoys going to things that are a bit more secretive and away from the crowds, I kind of prefer how it was before. It was a lot more raw and wild. However, it's cool to experience both sides, and I think it's a bit of a lesson to be learned. Is for me personally, sometimes I think like I put a lot of things off thinking that I'll do them later on. But sometimes you just don't know when things are going to change. And so I would urge you guys, if there's anything out there that you want to go do but you've been putting off, just go do it. Go do it. It's worth it, and you never know when it's going to change or when it's going to go away. Found right beside the newly restored buildings of Coloane stands the impressive Our Lady of Sorrows Church. One of the best kept secrets of Macau. You can explore the unique architecture all to yourself. This church is just spectacular. Our Lady's of Sorrows Church, just beautiful place. Such a unique church as well. The architecture is very powerful. It just stands out in the environment around it. This whole area is a beautiful hidden gem on the outskirts of Macau. I've only ever explored this area. However, I've noticed while walking around this time, there's a couple of different signposts and also trail paths that I didn't see before that perhaps lead even deeper into the secret history of this place. So I want to follow them. So now we're going to head off the beaten path, off Coloane village, and follow these cool looking signs and see where they lead us. What an adventure for today. Oh my goodness. Just when you think you've explored everything in Macau, it's like, actually you haven't. There's a ton more to do, so that's amazing. It seems like it's a forgotten path. Like I walked through, it seemed like an old bus terminal maybe, and now I'm just walking through this winding road through the nature. Very quiet, very cool. I can sense a hidden gem is gonna be up here. Walking up this path, I found myself in a part of Macau I'd never been to before. Throughout my adventures, there seems to be one common rule. Go down a path you've never been before, and you will always find something worthwhile. I don't even think it is about what you physically discover. Just the act of exploring an unknown environment, stepping out of your comfort zone and into a spontaneous adventure is what makes it so incredible. It's not about what is at the end of the path, but rather the very act of stepping on it. Moving towards the unknown and deeper into nature, I felt I was on a journey sure to lead somewhere special. This is stunning. Oh my goodness. Such a beautiful place. Just like came down the mountainside going through the thick nature, and then you just stumble out into just an infinite skyline of water. The horizon is almost completely flat except for a couple of islands, the silhouettes of those islands and ships. I've never seen this side of Macau before. God, it's like just walking through a teleportation device and appearing in somewhere brand new. Oh, it's that real rugged coastline sort of vibe, and you are right on the edge. You can look down and see the roaring sea. Oh my goodness. And I think I could see the sea cave there indented in. And it's amazing that there's actually a path here. And I wonder if back in the day pirates would have used this path to get to their ship that was hidden in these coves. But I have never experienced this side of Macau. It is just, oh, man, this is awesome. This is what adventure is about. Whoa, it's super windy. It's super windy. I don't know if you can hear me, but wow, the cave is right in front of me and it looks insane. Walking towards the sea cave, I was stunned that Macau was home to such a raw and wild environment. A total contrast to anything I had experienced in Macau, the so-called Las Vegas of Asia. This right here, standing at the foot of a secret cave surrounded by crashing waves and sharp rocks, was the reason why going off the beaten path is so worthwhile. We are coming up to the sea caves now. Wow. This is a very different atmosphere to Macau I haven't experienced before. Bit of a problem, I was just at the cave entrance. It looks amazing. Oh my goodness, it looks beautiful. There's even a little beach inside the cave, so I really want to go in and check it out. However, the only way in seems to be swimming. The sides are too high up and too steep. If I try climb over, I'll just end up falling and that won't be good. So I think the only way to go in is by swimming. So I'm gonna swim in, guys. Now, I don't recommend doing this. Rocks are sharp, I have no idea what's at the bottom, I don't think the water is too clean, but I want to go in that cave, I want to see what's going on. I ended up not having to swim in, as I found a rope on the side of the cliff at the entrance of the cave. I would not, however, recommend using it, because it is extremely rusty and old. It could give way at any moment, leaving a pretty steep drop to the rocks below. It was a very nerve-wracking moment putting my full weight on it, climbing in and out of the cave. Please do not do what I did. It is not safe.
Pretty insane that I'm here right now, I gotta admit. Whoa!
It is honestly incredible. What an adventure, guys. What an adventure. We have been doing a lot of climbing, a lot of walking, and a lot of exploring. This place of Macau is so wild. You might be wondering what this thing is right there. That's actually the airport, which is pretty cool. We have a very special lunch indeed. Gotta give a huge shout out to Macau Dream Cake for providing a delicious savory scone. I've been walking around filming stuff. I am super hungry and I can't think of anything better than the all vegan scones by Macau Dream Cake. This is actually a savory scone. It's got olives. So guys, if you want to get some scones or other vegan desserts, then head over to Macau Dream Cake on Facebook or Instagram. You can check out all their stuff. It all looks ridiculously delicious and it's healthier alternatives for those that love sweet things or desserts or savory scones. Sitting on the rocks eating a delicious scone, I reflected on the day's adventure.
That's amazing!
I had an awesome time exploring a part of Macau I never knew existed. Seeing the wild, rugged coastline and exploring the sea cave. It was a totally new experience for me. Going down an unknown path hasn't let me down yet. It has consistently led me to great adventures and stunning environments. It sounds obvious, but a trail always leads somewhere. And so if you find yourself at the start of one you haven't explored, get excited and get walking. Because this is how a true adventure starts.